What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience. And I have one for you that is a bit under the radar and unknown, and that is the House of Filippo Sorcinelli. So it's an Italian house, and they have their bestseller, which is Lavs, which I'm gonna get into right now in this upload. So initially, I discovered this house on Reddit, believe it or not, on one of the perfume forums. And when I was in Italy this summer, I decided to check them out and got myself some samplers straight from the source. Okay. Uh, so this is the sampler that I'll be going over with you guys. And the way I'm gonna do this, as per usual on this channel, is go through the description of the website, breakdown of the notes, followed by a perfume experience with you guys. Now, as you know, or if you can tell, not as you know, I'm on an incense kick as of late, and this one is the best seller from that brand, and it is a church incense kind of a scent, and it's their best seller and what made the house actually popular. Now, if you've watched my channel long enough, you know that I'm not really big on Italian houses. And again, it's just something about the Italian DNA. So keep that in mind as I go through this upload, is that I do have a bias towards Middle Eastern and French perfumery style, not so much on the Italian side of things. So just to say that I have a bias against Italian houses, but I still think you guys will benefit from, I guess, knowing about the house if you haven't, and also just getting my insight into this. And this is, again, it's a church incense centered scent, and it is an extrait de parfum, and it's called Lavs. So a description. So they call it the incense of incenses. It's the first fragrance born and still today is the best seller of the collection, which describes and completes the smells of the atelier of Vesti Sacra of Filippo Sorcinelli, who is renowned all over the world. Okay. Now, harmonic evolution. So the way they label top, middle, and note is that they call it subject, counter subject, and tail. Okay, so they have their own unique way of addressing. So subject, which is top notes, you have black pepper, cardamom, and jasmine, and then you have counter subject, which is middle notes, and that's elemi, labdanum, cloves, and coriander. And then the tail, which is the bottom notes, you have opoponax, oak moss, rosewood, amber, and tonka bean. Now if you notice here, there's no incense whatsoever in these notes. Yet somehow, believe it or not, this scent does capture incense very well. And I'm gonna say it's possibly that the biggest contributors here are the elemi and labdanum. And that's it. That's all they've given us. Nothing more, nothing less. So I guess we can get on with the perfume experience for you guys. Here we go. So the sprayer is really good, very generous. So it does. Wow. Okay. It smells like a mix of church incense and some sort of like home, like all purpose cleaner. Is it the best way I can explain it? Yeah, I mean, so it's extremely well blended, and it's gonna be a challenge to pick the notes independently, but I'll try that for you guys. So you definitely do have the black pepper and the cardamom. The jasmine is here, but is very muted and subtle. Elemi and labdanum and cloves and coriander, 100% all four are there. The coriander here you can really pick on. Then you have Opoponax, which is there, oak moss, yes, rosewood. I mean, maybe I can see it, but I can't confirm it. Amber and tonka bean. So slightly ambery and slightly gourmand. There's just a very, very small hint in there to even out that simulated incense profile. Okay? And again, there is no actual frankincense or any incense in here. They're attempting to simulate it through resins like elemi and labdanum, and the black pepper, cardamom, and cloves come together to give that sort of smoky, spicy profile. So I'm gonna tell you right away. I've smelled a lot of incense perfumes. This isn't remotely even in my top 10. Not exactly my kind of scent. The best way I can explain it to you, it smells like a wet incense church in a church. Like it's yeah, it's weird. And the thing is, people that have this perfume, like if you read online that have it, they really really love it. I mean, it reminds them a lot. A lot of people will say of, going to church. And it, I mean, yeah, it's more of like a gothic church, like in Spain or France or Italy. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Not my kind of scent. Even incense wise, I have smelled better incenses in terms of profile. I have some upload on this channel of incense based perfumes. But again, I want to reiterate that I'm typically not into Italian DNA when it comes to perfumery, and this is very typically Italian and its DNA. Okay, so just something to keep in mind there, that there is a bias, because if you are into it, like a Italian-based perfumery, like a lot of people are, then you're gonna really like this. It's just, for me, it's yeah, it leaves me wanting more. Okay, so let's get into it. Performance wise, I'm gonna say medium on my skin in terms of projection, trail and sillage. Like right now it's sitting on my forearm, it's not projecting towards my nostrils, I can't pick on it. um, I'd have to bring my hand this close to my nose to be able to pick on it. My skin is eating it up very quickly. So obviously the projection isn't the greatest, but I'll leave it at medium because it is still performing even when I do put it up to my nostrils. Trail and sillage with this are also going to be the same. You're going to see medium trail and medium sillage. Actually, even the sillage I'll go ahead as saying as far as weak, and the trail, yeah, the sillage is weak, yeah, and the trail is medium. So overall performance, even though this is supposed to be an extrait de parfum, it's actually not that great. So, and again, I sprayed a generous amount with the sprayer, so it's not that strong of a performer. Now, in terms of seasonality, as light as this perfume is, I still do think it's more of a cold weather scent, so fall or winter, just because of the profile, the profile of the scent being incensey. So it's one of those weird incense scents that's cool and cold. It's not warm like incense suave or like royal incense. This one is cold, like it has no heat or warmth to it. But I'll still recommend it for fall and winter just because it's incensey. It, I still don't see this necessarily being hot weather wear for spring or summer, so I'll recommend it for fall and winter even though it's cool. With respect to time of day, I really wouldn't want to wear this in the morning. I say this is more of an evening scent. So late evening, think if you're like a vampire. Um, Ironic actually, but uh, like a gothic character, or you're emo and you're going out at night, this is your scent. Or you're visiting a church at night, this is your scent. But it's yeah, I don't like it's a very, it has this coldness to it that makes it come across a bit as dark also, which is very odd. Like I've never encountered a scent like this before. Um, so it's like cold from the get go and on the outside, but behind the scenes there's this like darkness to it. So it's very like, yeah, gothic church vibe. Now, how would you dress this? Your guess is as good as mine. I wouldn't call this a formal wear scent, but it's not also casual. So maybe semi-formal, semi-casual. I mean, this scent would have been a perfect Halloween scent, actually, now that I think about it. So maybe with your Halloween costume, you put this on. But yeah, it's not a casual scent by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not formal either. So I would say just semi formal, semi casual. With respect to gender spectrum, I'm gonna go ahead and say just because of the black pepper, cardamom, and cloves, it is more masculine leaning. So I would recommend it more for the men rather than the women. I'll be honest with you, it would be mortifying to smell that on a woman. There's no femininity to this whatsoever, and it's just, I don't know. For me, it's just like, I don't know why, but it's like gives horror movie vibes, you know. Um, and again, I'm just like, maybe it's because we're just coming out of Halloween, but yeah, this scent is just has this darkness to it, which I personally I don't like. It's depressing in a way, but I know some people out there like scents like this that is just like gothic, dark, sort of has undertones of evil to it. That scent is this way. Now, in terms of context, where would you wear this? Again, you know, like a lot of people that buy it because it reminds them of the church they went to as kids, smelling the incense at church. So you could wear this going to church. Again, if you have a horror movie night or Halloween, you can put the scent on. I think it would be a perfect match. Um, if you're just like an incense hobbyist and you want, I don't want to even say it, maybe it is traditional. I don't know. I've never smelled incense in a church, but maybe it is traditional incense style for a church, and you want that as a perfume. This is your scent as it for daily wear. Um, yeah, but in terms of versatility, not a very versatile scent. Like you don't want to wear this on a date. You don't want to wear this to an office. You definitely are not wearing this going on vacation. It's a very niche kind of a scent that requires very specific context. But yeah, I mean, for formal setting kind of wear, going to church, if you're gonna wear it casually, like a night of you're watching a horror movie and you want to kind of boost the sort of uh, sensual atmosphere by adding a scent to it, perfect scent for Halloween. But that's about it, really. I mean, it's yeah. I'm personally, I'm not a fan of this. And the thing is, I was gonna blind buy a full bottle because people that are into this scent and this house recommend buying a full, like blind buy full bottle. I do not recommend that. Okay, make sure they do sell samplers on the website. Make sure to grab it first, test it for yourself, see if it is your cup of tea, because this kind of incense is very different from the artisanals I have. It's very different from the niches I have. It's very different from incense made by Middle Eastern houses or by Parisian houses, even as far as other Italian houses like Xerjoff. This is just a completely, um, I guess, familiar for those of you that smell church incense, but also unique in a way, in that I personally don't think this is wearable or I would enjoy wearing it, but I know a lot of people online, in particular on Reddit, think it's amazing. It's like the best incense they've ever smelled. Again, perfumery is subjective, to each their own. Um, so having bought this, I knew that I'm not gonna like it, just because, again, one, it's Italian, and two, just like looking at the notes, and there's no actual incense, but it's simulated incense. So, anyways, so would I recommend Lavs by this house? Personally, I don't. Just from a preference standpoint, I do think, incense suave or royal incense, or even any of Ansar Oud's incense, or like centric scents, like honestly don't remember. Like Purple Rain has a beautiful incensey oud in it. Uh, are much more my style versus this. But if you're someone who likes a nostalgic church incense, go ahead and get a sampler, try it out first, and see if you like it before you commit to a full bottle. The other thing about this house is their bottle designs are insane. You guys can go on the website and check their bottle designs. They're very creative. And yeah, so personally, not my style of perfume, but if you want a gothic church incense centric perfume that doesn't actually have any incense in it, simulates incense, get your nose on Lavs, and let me know in the comments if you've tried other perfumes from this house, or if you've tried this one. What's your experience been like with it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Are you indifferent about it? Share your thoughts down below in the comments. Okay, with that said, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.